Shalom, brothers and sisters, friends and family. Much love to you guys out there. How the heck are you doing? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are blessed. I hope your day is going well and that your week is going well as well. My name is Jason. I'm with the Yah Scriptures. I am with the Yahushua and the Torah YouTube channel. And I am part of the family that is a group of people who absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, love the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator that are found in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And we love them so much that we want to tell others about them. And so this is why my family and I are always out putting out as many videos as we can possibly do, trying to inform the people of the world that there is a better way forward, and that the way forward is a kingdom road that when you read scriptures from the beginning of the book to the end of the book, along with the extracurricular books, you will see very clearly that the laws of our Creator have never been done away with. They have never, ever been put in the trash. There's absolute value on all of them, and we have now ended up with 41,000 different religions that have no value in the ways of our Creator. And the ways of our Creator are beautiful. People say they're bondage. I will say those people who say that have never read scriptures. Because once you read scriptures, you will fall in love with the Word. The Word is an amazing thing. And the Word is a pillar and a guide stone and a rule set for life that if we follow this, we will build strong families. We will build strong communities. We will build strong kingdom warriors, people who really want to fight for this kingdom to come. The kingdom to come is got to be fought for, right? We have to fish for men. Our job is to reach out to everybody and anybody who will ever listen and try to explain with the greatest patience that we can ever explain that these laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator are good for all times. And that does not take an emphasis off Messiah Yahushua. Most people don't know who Messiah Yahushua is. Most people know him as Jesus Christ. Our Messiah came to walk the Torah to perfection. His sacrifice on the stake would have never been a sacrifice of value if he was a sinning man. If he was not fully human that could experience the full human experience of his birth, life, and walk to the stake, he didn't have he still felt pain. He still felt agony, hunger. He bled. He was fully human. And he walked the Torah perfectly, and he was with his Father before creation. He existed with his Father in whatever realm, whatever world, whatever their world looks like, they were together. It was a father and son combo, which is why when people say that the Father and the Son are the same entity, it doesn't make any sense, because the Father truly sent his only begotten Son that he could die for us. One of his son of the Shemaim became a sacrifice for us, for his other creation. And so now we have a sacrifice. We also have a qualified leader who will be leading us. When Mount Zion comes down, and when the new Jerusalem comes down onto the top of Mount Zion and Messiah Yahushua calls his people over, that's when the new kingdom reign is going to begin. And everybody that is called over there are going to be enthusiastic, love-filled, Torah-keeping, Yahushua-loving, appointed time-keeping people, right? The kingdom people are going to be those who are obedient to our Creator. And there's no reason not to be obedient to our Creator, right? There's absolutely no reason not to be. So when we are talking about obedience, reading the words of our Messiah, Yahushua, it's very, very clear in scriptures how incredible our leader, Messiah Yahushua, is. And so today we'll be reading out of the book of the Nazarene. Guys, this is Yah Scriptures. You can get Yah Scriptures at yahscriptures.com. We have just a really amazing Bible ministry going on right now to the prisoners. And it is something that is every single day we are in touch with brothers and sisters who have an expiration date on their lives. And there's a huge need for all of you guys out there who are willing to do a pen pal service to brothers and sisters who are literally damned. The ones who are on death row need a lot of comradeship. They need some friendship. They need some brothers and sisters who are willing to share the message of the kingdom to them. And if you guys are interested, guys, please get a hold of me at jboss008@gmail.com or jboss@jasonboss.net. Either one of those will get to me, and I will get you set up with a package with a couple of brothers or sisters, if you're male or female, and try to get you acquainted with those who have no hope. And so, guys, with that, we will be getting into our Book of the Nazarene. This is the last book in the book of Yah Scriptures. It is just an incredible book. And right now we are walking amongst Messiah Yahushua and his disciples. And as you can see, the Yah Scriptures has the Paleo-Hebrew name of our Creator and his Son. And it actually literally means salvation in Hebrew. And so the Son of the Most High's name literally means salvation. And, as Scripture says, if there's only one name under heaven by which men may be saved, it's better we get a better, closer wording if we can. But it's not, I don't think we're going to be messed up if we only knew the name of Jesus. But if we don't know the commandments of his dad, his father, and we're not abiding by the laws of Yahuwah, then we're going to be kicked out. There's not going to be a good kingdom for us. The eternity is not going to be good. We're going to be thrown out with all these people who really have no regard for the Creator of the universe. They really don't care. They're a vile people, and this is not who I want to spend eternity with. I want to spend eternity with those who are law keepers, those who understand the ways we should all be behaving and living and abiding by that law system, because it's good. Now, Nazarene, chapter 8, verse 46. And Talmud, a disciple, said to Yahushua, and again, that is Jesus the Christ, for those who do not know, Adonai, you say harsh things about the rulers and those in high places, but do not seek to arm us against them. Surely the day of arming comes soon. This was the understanding of most of the people that were there. The people that were waiting for a Messiah were looking for a people who were going to free them from the Romans and basically bring back their sovereignty. That's what they thought Messiah was there to do. And so a lot of them don't understand it. And when Messiah crushes you with a verbal assault of Torah, jujitsu, it really upsets everybody, because nobody has a ground to stand on. And so the people are like, are we ready to battle? What's the plan going forward? So Messiah says, Yahushua answered, a physician is called to treat the sickness, and a healthy man does not require his attentions. The good in men I strengthen but leave untouched. It is the evil I seek out to destroy. Were it not for the strength of those who govern, there would be no shalom in the land. Man would strive with man, and there would be murder and pillage everywhere. It would be like the sea, where big fish feed on the small, and nothing is there to prevent it. Therefore, if murder and robbery are kept from your door, pay due homage to those who stand guard. So this is a call to not fight against the current government that you're in, right? The Messiah is very, very clear when he's talking about what happens when there's not a governing party. What happens when it is a free-for-all? Well, men, because there's no single set of ruling authority, everybody will see something one way, everybody will see something one way. You will never, ever, ever have peace unless there is agreement upon a ruling set of governing guidelines, which is why we have the Torah. And that is the set of guidelines that should be the principal guidelines for all of us, for all our walks, for everything that we do in this world. It's supposed to be as frontlets between our eyes. We're not supposed to be able to turn to the left or turn to the right unless we understand that we can't cross Torah at any point. And that's why we have to have it and know it and study it and write it on our heart, mind, and soul, have it on our doorposts and our gates, indoctrinate our children into it. They should be completely astute and understanding and teaching their friends what Torah is. And that is what happened absolutely with my kids, because we've been in Torah, I think, for maybe about some of their lives. And that's what they've done everywhere they've gone. We know right from wrong because we know what the Torah says. And if you don't know the Torah, then you don't know right from wrong. So continuing on, that was a huge thing right there. So Messiah very clearly says, don't get your militias rolling and take out the government. 48. If an evil sovereign be guarded by 1,000 good men, should these be slain to kill the sovereign? Is it not the best to first take the good men away from the service with the sovereign, bringing them into their own ranks? Those who serve evil, though powerfully and wily, are cowards and hide behind the arms of better men. Therefore, by killing the brave men, are you not adding evil to evil? No. First bring the good and brave men to your side, and then let events happen as they will. So here we have Messiah, who, the world knows Sun Tzu as the art of war. And, people throughout all generations have always taken the art of war as doctrine. But you got Messiah Yahushua. And right here, he clearly talks about how you would take over an army without maximum damage, right? If you're able to somehow get these guys over without slaying the best of the best, without going at them and make them decide to come over, then all of a sudden you don't have to fight them and you can just bring them in, and then you have people to fight on your side. And so very, very interesting battle strategy from Messiah. 49. A young disciple, Talmud, who became an emissary, said, "You speak about bread unlike other bread, but the meaning is not clear to me. Tell me again about it." Yahushua said, "I will tell you with certainty, he who follows my cause wholeheartedly will gain eternal life, Kai. For I have the bread of immortality. The bread I give forms part of my being, and I share it for the good of the world. Many have the grains, but these are yet to be ground and baked. Unless, therefore, you can partake of my substance and become like me, you cannot gain immortality and glory." What's he saying? Well, Messiah was able to take the Torah of our Creator and walk it as a human being and prove to us and to humanity and to the realm of the Shamayim that man can walk the Torah and they can do it right. If so, they have been shown the way prior to being corrupted. And it's something that once we find Torah, we can start walking the Torah. That's what Messiah is saying. Is he is our leader that came and done it and showed us that it can be done, and we need to be examples of this, right? We have to have this. Messiah very clearly says we need to become like him. The only way we are ever going to become like our Messiah is when we take the Torah of our Creator, we take the Besorah of our Messiah, and we take books like this that we can very clearly see the heart, mind, and soul of our Messiah and his dad in working fashion. It's very, very amazing to try to become like Messiah, because it is so hard in this world that we live in. We simply by becoming angry or saying evil things, evil speak, it doesn't matter how it is. If it's not something good that's coming out of us, then it's something of Hasatan. And inside of families, I can tell you, it is extremely hard, especially where you live together for decades and everybody kind of it's just a community. It's hard, very, very, very hard to get basic peace amongst brothers and amongst family, and have this what I would hope would be a kingdom style family. It's hard. And as we read through the books of Messiah, and as we read through the Torah, understanding that we need to love our neighbor as ourselves, as being the second of the greatest commandments. And it's what, the Torah hinges on, right? If you're able to love our Creator with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, and your neighbor as yourself, that's why the Torah hinges on all of that. Because when you are in love with our Creator like that, when you are in love with your neighbor like that, then you're going to want to keep Torah. Inside of Torah, there's things like don't hurt your neighbor, don't have bad weights and measurements, healthy stuff, right? It gives us our complete dietary guidelines. Leviticus 11 has been thrown out as people get sick all the time because they eat swine and they eat all this unclean food. But yet our Creator has it right before us. And if we would simply read the book, it never ever says that Jesus died so that all food could be made clean, right? That's the Christian motto. They will march to their death, and if you tell them anything differently, then they tell you about Peter's dream and how all the food be made clean. And neither places in Scripture anywhere does it say anything like that. You can't take two verses out of context because you miss the entire thing. And so, guys, we need to be astute citizens of Scriptures. First page to the end, all the way to the end, and back and forth, and again and again and again, right? Read it all the time. Now, continuing on. 51, Messiah says this. Yet what I can do, you can do also. What I have become, you can become. I do not ask men to follow a path I would not travel myself. Neither is there anything in me not inherent in you. As I am the true food of men and the power of Kai flowing in me in their true drink. I come with special gifts with authority from above, clothed with the living Ruach, and I express life, Kai, as I do because of the powers within me. So it will be with those who partake of my bread. A ton of stuff to look into this stuff, guys, right? So one of the things is that Messiah says what he has done, we can do. We're going to fall. We got to get back up. We're going to have unclean thoughts. We're all raised up in Babylon. It's up to us to get our heart clean, our mind clean, our life clean, our everything. We are working towards a marriage with the bride, and the bride we know to be as one who is perfected in all walks of everything. And so he, as a proven leader, Messiah Yahushua, our bride who's coming at some point to get his people, we need to emulate that, right? We're not going to have we're not going to have womanizers and adulterers and things like this. We're not going to have actions like this in the kingdom, right? We're going to be, if something like that were to happen in the reign of the kingdom, you're going to get tossed out the gates again and probably tossed down to the Gentiles. I don't know. If they follow Torah, you'll get rocks and things. And so Torah is going to be forever. It's not a thing that ends in death. If we are followers of Torah and followers of Yah, this is our rules. These are the way forward, which is what the Torah actually means. And so Messiah says he can do it, we can do it. And when we are accepting of his leadership, when we are accepting of his mentorship, then we are his brother and we are his sister. And so therefore, we are family into the kingdom to come. And this family is going to be amazing, guys. It's going to be people that really, really, really value good rules. That's the thing is, those who reject the Torah are rejecting it. It's good stuff. Like they're really doing damage to themselves by eating unclean foods and by not having a day of worship, a real day of rest. That stuff injures humans. And so because of this, people get injured. And it's not the fault of our Creator. He gave us the rules. 52. Many of those with Yahushua could not hold these things in their hearts, for they were not easily understood. But one recorded them. Some, hearing these teachings, said, These words are not easy to understand and difficult to accept. Yahushua said, "So you will find difficulty in accepting what I say. Suppose you could see me communicating with my place of origin. Would you believe then? But the eyes of the flesh cannot see things intended only for the eyes of the Ruach." So this is crazy what Messiah is saying here. You know, it's like it reminds me, and I know Superman, all that jive is satanic, but it reminds me of the origins of Superman, and he was up there somewhere, right? And so we have Messiah that is our Superman, that is our really truly the one who came and did it, and has, you know, when at the end of time, he literally, our Superman, Messiah Yahushua, was coming out, and he's gonna mess some people up. He's gonna do some really amazing, spiritually wild looking stuff. It's gonna melt metal and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So this is the dude we want all around us for all of our leadership, for our priesthood, for our armory, for to put us in battle array. This is him. And so I guess, you know, these guys had a really, really hard time understanding what Messiah said. The good news is we're like thousands of years later. We have all of this doctrine in front of us. We can make sense of it. These guys didn't. These guys had to work on a whole different level than we have this amazing books right before us. Okay, 54. Only the Ruach contains the power of Kai, and the flesh of itself can see or do nothing. The words I have spoken concern only the life-holding Ruach, and I have not referred to worldly matters. But still, you do not understand. I know you are perplexed and confused by my teachings. That is why I said something greater must speak internally to incline you toward me. From this day, many Talmidim and followers no longer heeded him. So, this is Messiah. You know, this is the sad life of Messiah Yahushua. He came, and for the most of it, he was rejected by everybody. He was rejected by his so-called law keepers of the day, the Pharisees, and their Judaism. He was rejected by the people. People didn't get him, and it was a heck of a walk, right? Our Messiah was built for this particular thing, and I cannot wait to meet, if that's even possible. If I can even shine the shoes of our Messiah, I would please give me the job. I would just like to encounter this guy because, you know, when you read scriptures and when you read this, he sounds like a real superhero, like the superhero. Every superhero we've ever known is all fake, right? It's all imaginations. It's all a figment of somebody's mind. But we have a superhero that our Creator gave to us that not only paved our way forward, but is he's a stud. He's just an amazing dude. Let's finish up here, guys. 56. It is written in the Kodesh books of the Yahudim, in the days of unrighteousness, I will send forth a firebrand to consume the world with fire. Also, then each man shall know the fullness of his own nature, and his reward shall be according to his measure. So, a little bit of, what we do now is going to be what we are measured with in the future. Where we are with charity is how we will be measured in the future, right? Are we loving our neighbor as ourselves? Are we trying to fix the holes in our game that the Torah shows that we have, all of us? Are we trying to align our lives in Torah? Are we trying to find the way forward? Guys, we don't want to be a hypocrite. When Messiah comes, we don't want to be those guys that would be cracking the rude jokes and doing that evil stuff. And I remind my family about this all the time. I always throw them under the bus because this is the only examples of the world that I have. And I know you guys probably don't have absolutely everything out there perfect, but we struggle. We struggle in this house. And the more that we get into Torah, the more that we get into teaching everybody, it seems like the more the devils and demons are always trying to take us out in every way. And so I wouldn't expect it any other way. Revelation clearly says that Torah keepers are afflicted, that Hasatan hates them, and we hate him, right? What a derelict, what a second grade wannabe. You know, he had something amazing and he just wanted something more. And now he can run his little legion of demons, right? He can have what he wants for a short period of time. And we'll fight the good fight because we have a set of ways forward, which is called the Torah. We have our Messiah. We have a Creator who loves us, who knows every hair on our head, who knows every freckle on our body, who knows every hair on our toe. And you know what? He has brought us forth so that we can choose him, or we can just not care and choose the world by default. I find it better that we can choose our creator, that we can choose his ways. And it's a blessed life. It is a blessed life. It comes with some massive hauntings. Absolutely. But you know what? This is a testing ground. And if we're not being tested, then how will we even know when we're going to make it through the really, really horrendous stuff? Guys, so eyes to the skies. And let's make sure that we have our Torah as frontlets between our eyes. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Much love to y'all. I'm out.